Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome to another live at the Algodon channel. I'll just let just a few minutes so that we can let more people in. And how is everyone doing? I hope that everyone's doing great, amazing. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I first want to get started. I want to start with thanking my creator for allowing me this space that I can come in and share with you guys what I'm learning. And I also want to thank you guys for your time and just for sitting in and listening. So today's topic is going to be what is the difference between therapy, what is the difference between psychologists, and the work that I do, which is the nervous system rewiring. Okay, so what is the actual difference of that? So I want to start with a question. Okay, so and I want you guys to answer honestly in the chat if you're comfortable, or if you're watching this in the replay, just answer the question. Have you ever understood the why you have a pattern, but you still found yourself repeating it? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the replay, in the comments. Type it below if you're listening to this on Spotify. By the way, I have the podcast now, so you can, if you missed the replay, you can listen to the audio on Spotify. Let me know. And maybe you've talked about this particular issue, like in therapy, you've journaled about it, you've reflected on it, and the pattern still shows up. You're like, what? Like, why? Or maybe, like exactly what you should do. Like, have you ever met a person, or even if it has happened to you, where you know what you should do? They know what they ought to do, but the body just doesn't follow through. This is sometimes like very, very common. Let me know in the comments, let me know in the chat if this has happened to you. So what I want to talk to you today is about something that confuses a lot of people, right? So it's the difference between therapy, psychology, and the type of subconscious and nervous system work that I do. Okay, and so they're not the same tools. Okay, so I want to start by sharing that I want to say that therapy gives people a space to speak. Okay. It gives people a space to process what they're going through, to talk about, to open up, to be heard, to understand the experience, to metabolize what happened, because sometimes we go through situations and it's not until after we speak or that we share with others that we fully understand the lesson behind it, right? So you could talk about like your childhood, your relationships, your experiences, your trauma, your emotions, just anything, right? And what therapy does is that it focuses largely on awareness and processing, right? But even though this talk about your issue is like you being aware of it, yes, it's going to be incredibly healing for you to be aware of this. But understanding a pattern or understanding a certain behavior is not going to make it go away. Okay. And so here's the key point, right? This is the difference between therapy and the work that I do is that you are only being told, like, for example, if you have like a storage room, right? And you want to clean it up, you want to make it nice and pretty, and you hire a cleaning company. And so when this cleaning company comes in, they're only going to tell you, oh yeah, like I see that it's dirty. I see that you have dust here and spider webs over here. Oh, there's even like little rodents running around. Yeah, that makes sense. Your storage room is dirty. And then they stop right there. And you're like, yeah, but aren't you going to help me clean? Like, I hired you for this, right? And so this is why people that go to therapy, they talk about their experience, they talk about their trauma. And yes, they become aware of it. They probably now know that their storage room is dirty, but therapy will not dissolve the problem. Therapy will not clean that up. Okay. And so that's when that's basically like the baseline. That's basically like the difference, right? Understanding this pattern will not help you dissolve it. Being aware of your situation is not going to make it go away. Okay, you have to actually clean it up. You have to actually grab that broom, you have to actually grab that scrub, and you have to actually do it yourself. Okay. So, have you ever thought about of a moment where you're like, I know exactly what to do, but I still cannot bring myself to do it? Type in the chat or in the replay. Let me know of a moment when you have to do a certain thing, but you just can't bring yourself to do it. That's because the insight, the awareness happens in your conscious mind, right? But most of the behavior, as we know, as we've talked about before, you operate 95% subconsciously, right? And so most of your behavior is being driven here in the subconscious and the nervous system. Okay, that's where it is stored, that's where it comes from, that's your data, those are your memories, that's like the that's kind of like your backup. Okay. And so psychology will explain the mind, but it doesn't retrain the body. It will not retrain your memories. It will not remove your trauma. It will not remove like anything that has been stored that you want to actually clean up. Okay. And so like the psychology part of this, because we looked at therapy. And the psychology, when someone says, "Okay, I study psychology," psychology is only like the study of how humans think, how humans behave, how they develop, and it helps us understand the patterns, right? It helps us understand attachment styles. It helps us understand like our coping mechanisms, our trauma responses. It helps you understand all of this. But how many of you can tell me in the chat how many books you have read on mindset, maybe on self growth, on even psychology itself, but you still struggle. You still struggle to change the habit. You are still in that loophole where you read a self awareness book or a self growth book, and you're like, okay, I'm going to apply this. But then a situation comes up, and you're like, oh, I went back to my pattern. I didn't put into practice what I learned because you became consciously aware. They told you that your storage room was dirty, but you don't know how to clean it yet. You didn't put it into practice because, again, psychology focuses on the mind. Psychology therapy, they focus on the mind, on the conscious, but they do not retrain your actual physical nervous system. Okay. So knowing something intellectually is way different than your body actually feeling safe enough to live differently. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. I'm going to say it again. Knowing something intellectually is totally different than your body actually feeling safe enough to live differently. Okay, so if your nervous system is conditioned for stress and pressure or survival mode, it's going to keep recreating these things because the subconscious mind recreates what feels familiar, right? So even if your body or even if your mind wants something different, it's going to go back to that pattern. Okay, that's why they can want to rest, They can want to enjoy themselves, but they will still overwork. Okay. This is why someone can want a healthy relationship, but they're still attracting chaos. They still are bringing in that behavior. Okay. That's why someone can want peace, but they feel so uncomfortable when they actually feel a little bit of that life is calm, like, oh my God, like life is way too calm right now. What's going on? So the nervous system always chooses what feels familiar. Okay. It's not going to always choose what's actually healthy for you. All right. So, how does this tie in with with the work that I do? I help people. I focus on helping people to actually retrain their subconscious, rewire their subconscious, regulate their nervous system so that the body learns to feel safe again. Okay? Now, let me know if this is making sense for you guys. Let me check the chat here. Let's see if there's any messages or any questions. It's not just about understanding your patterns, right? Yes. It's about changing internal response that keeps recreating them, changing what is actually controlling you, teaching your body how to slow down without feeling guilty, teaching the nervous system that calm is safe, that success is health, right? The peace doesn't always equal danger. Let me ask you this. What would your life actually look like, actually feel like, if your body would actually feel safe and calm? Think about that for a second. What are some things that would actually change in your life that you would feel the difference? Let me know in the comments. And even if you're watching this in the replay, just put it in the comment right there. I would love to know. So when we can see here how when the nervous system shifts, your habits, your reactions, your emotional capacity, they all start to shift naturally. Okay? It's not something that it'll take you a while or like you have to put much effort. All you have to do is learn how to rewire and reprogram your subconscious and regulate your nervous system, right? Because lasting change happens when the body and the subconscious mind are involved, not just the mind, right? So this is what I call the alignment between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Okay? So how do you actually apply this in your daily life? How do you actually apply this in your daily life? So let me start off by saying that if you don't have my book yet, that is the best place to start. I wrote it as a daily guide to help you start recognizing your subconscious patterns, first of all, and learning a simple way, a simple strategy, a simple formula to help you regulate your nervous system. Okay. It's something that you can come back again and again. It's something that you can use every single day, something that I specifically created because when I started my journey of being able to align my conscious with my subconscious, couldn't find any tools like this, right? So I decided to create the Algodon book, which it's right here. I'll show you guys. And you can keep it right next to your bed and read it every single day. So when you wake up, before you go to sleep, to meditate, it has a program for each area of life for each day. So you have a full year, of programming for all of the areas of life, all of the 6 areas of life. Okay. So this is something that you can start with. It's very easy to read, very simple. And I'll share the link with you guys in the chat. And if you're watching this in the replay, just check the description box and you'll be able to just, check it out, look at it. Okay, so I'll put it in there for you. And like I said, it'll be in the description box as well for those of you in the replay. All right. And if anybody has, if you already have the book, let me know as well. I want to know, like, I want to hear your feedback. What has it been doing to your subconscious mind? Now, I also wanted to share that if you're ready to like go deeper into this, right? Go deeper, go way more past like the awareness. My 4-week restoration experience is where you actually get to practice this work. And so you work on your nervous system regulation, you work on the subconscious pattern awareness. You're going to learn how to rewire those responses from the root. Okay, so instead of you trying to manage your patterns, you will actually experience the real change. Okay, and so I'm going to throw the link in there as well so that you can join the wait list and you'll be notified when the round opens. And also, if you're watching this in the replay or if you're listening to this on Spotify, the description or the link is on the description as well. So this will be more of let's actually get the work done. Let me put that in here for you guys. Amazing. And then, so let me know if you see the link on the chat. Because guess what? You are not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. Your nervous system simply learned survival before it learned to feel safe. Okay? And the beautiful thing about the nervous system is that it can be retrained. No matter how old you are, how young you are, what problems, what trauma, what data, what nothing, none of that matters. It can be fully retrained, right? And I have cleared the way for you. I'm here to help you each and every step of the way. So you're not alone in this. Okay. So let me know what part of this live resonated with you today. Was it like the therapy? Was it the psychology part of it? Was it the nervous system piece? I would like to know. And also, if you don't want to wait for the 4-week experience to open because you say, okay, I'm ready now, I do offer a limited one-on-one coaching. So that's where I create a fully custom program for you, for your subconscious mind and your nervous system. Okay, so it's designed specifically for you. It's kind of like a done for you type of thing, and you get more direct time and support from me directly. So if this is something that you'd be interested, you can also just click the option on the link, the 4-week, the wait list. You can also click the link that the option that you are interested in direct mentorship. You can reach out directly to my team and we'll go from there. So I want to open this last few minutes just for questions and answers, anything that you guys might want to share. You have a comment. I'll give you a chance to type it in the chat. I know that there's like a slight delay from the time that I'm speaking and from the times that you guys are hearing me. So I'll just give you guys a quick minute here. And I just want to thank you all for your time. I truly appreciate you. And I'll see you guys in the next live if there's no comments. And until then, go out there and love living your life and live loving your life.